All right. Once we've made a wheal with lidocaine and we've numbed the skin up, we're gonna talk about making a dermatotomy. And the idea behind this is just kind of making a little, a little incision in the skin, so it can be easier to advance catheters or sheaths or whatever else your, tubes, drains, things that you're going to actually have to pass through the skin into the patient. Now, it's very important to realize that you can always make the dermatotomy deeper and wider if you need to, but you can't necessarily reverse that logic. So the moral of the story is that there's no need to be overly aggressive when you're making your dermatotomy, but it is a good skill to be able to do because it can make things much easier later on. But again, number one is just make sure that you've already numbed the skin with a nice skin wheel and give it at least like a minute if you can, to let the lidocaine actually work. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your scalpel. Let's say this area right here is kind of what we've numbed up in the past. So we take our scalpel and we can unsheath it here, and we can just kind of see which side is sharp, and we'll point the sharp part away from us. And then again, be mindful of your fingers, but you just want to brace your hand on the table or on something solid, and then all you want to do is you're just going to go in a little bit, and then as you come out, if there's like a little bit of skin, you can kind of extend the excision a little bit in this direction. But that's pretty much it. So you just kind of go in once you puncture the skin, and then when you go out, you can kind of extend it a little bit. And now if you see here, we have a little dermatotomy, and it's going to be much easier to pass things through. So you don't have to go too deep, you just have to poke through the skin, and then as you come out, you can kind of extend the incision a little bit to give yourself a little bit of space. But you don't want any exaggerated motions, and you don't want to go too deep. And if you ever need to, you can always go back in like we showed here, through the same hole, for example, and you can go in a little bit deeper, and then you can even extend it a little bit more if you need to. But you just have to be careful not to get too carried away.